the legend of the fitness. Oh, and what keeps the planet spinning? The force from the beginning. Huh. So we come too far to give up who we are. So let's raise the bar and our cups to the sky. Say, we're up all night to get some. I'm up all night to the sun. We're up all night to have fun. I'm up all night to get lucky. She's up all night to the sun. We're up all night to get some. We're up all night for good fun. I'm up all night to get lucky. She's up all night to get lucky. She's up all night to get lucky. We're 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 up all night to get Your present has no reward. Your gift keeps on giving. What is this I'm feeling? If you wanna live, I'm waiting. Oh, come on. We come too far to give up who we are. So let's raise the bar and our cups to the sky. Oh, she's up all night to the sun. I'm up all night to get some. She's up all night for good fun. I'm up all night to get lucky. We're up all night to the sun. We're up all night to get some. She's up all night for good fun. I'm up all night to get. She's up all night to get lucky. We're 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 up all night to get lucky. Yeah, yeah. I don't know what's gonna happen to you, baby, but I do know that I want you. You walk around this day with your head up all in the sky, but I do know that I want you. I don't know what's gonna happen to you, baby, but I do know that I want you. You walk around this day with your head up all in the sky, but I do know that I want you. Come on, let's dance, shout, shake your body down to the ground. Let's dance, shout, shake your body down to the ground. Let's dance and shout, shake your body down to the ground. Let's dance and shout. Oh, you treat me with your love just to play hard to get it, but I do know that I want you. You walk around this now with your head up all in the sky, but I do know that I want you. Say you treat me with your love just to play hard to get it, but I do know So let's raise the bar and the cars to the sky. Thank you. Thank you so much. Sure.
Tell me everybody's 15 minutes in a different time zone. It is a habit of the moment, you're the one I wanna shut my light on. Get your life, be the mama, what you get your life on. Ain't nothing cooler like the wrong moves when you do then the right song. So I should this movie and put the shit on repeat. I hope this memories don't make me fall asleep. Before we hit the road, pull our phones on silent. The body's trying to race on to the beach. What would it take to change your plans for the weekend? Cause I am trying to kick it like it. The whole thing, the pre-party, the pre-sex. Then we hit the major league with the cheese. I like your kind in particular. You in particular. I like your waist in particular. I like your kind in particular. You in particular. I like your waist in particular. Hey. So you're there, give me love one of these days. Carry, go. Now you so be mommy, you want to know my carry, go. Me a calayo, I like your color in particular. Can I see your particulars? Have you seen in your like a la pellicula? So fabulous, relax, I can see what's in your eyes. Be a baby, I like your color in particular. In your in particular, I like your waist in particular. Hey, I like your color in particular. In your in particular, I like your waist in particular. Hey, come on.
Ladies and gentlemen, Jemima Sanyo and the band. Obugalo, better than that. I'll use their stage. Good evening. Good evening. You're from the cocktail area. Surely you should have energy. Good evening. I'm Flavia Tumusime. I'll be your host for this evening. We're at the Battle for Cash grand finale. Every Thursday night, you've been witnessing teams work through it. Some of them teach you a few things here and there. Does anyone know how to make money without money? You know how to make money without money? How? Like they did. Some of you can't even mop floors. It's a challenge, I tell you. But, of course, we'll be going live on NTV Uganda pretty soon. But, of course, our partners have made this work. This entire season, it has taught all of us how to save, how to invest, and how to win. If by now you don't actually belong to an investment group, maybe it's time for you to think about it. And before we start our live show, and for you to meet the top 10 groups and eventually see who'll be walking away millions richer. I'd like to welcome a few of our partners to give us a few words just to kickstart the event. I'll start off with the country assurance leader from PricewaterhouseCoopers, Mr. Uthman Mayanja. Ugandan style of Ugalo.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much, Flavia, for kind introduction. My name is Uthman Mayanja. I'm the country assurance leader for PricewaterhouseCoopers. And it's my pleasure to say a few words at this very important event. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, all protocols observed. This evening marks the grand finale of the nationwide savings and investments promotion campaign dubbed Battle for Cash that has been running for the last 6 months. The campaign was launched in July this year by DFCU Bank in partnership with NTV as well as ourselves, PricewaterhouseCoopers. The objective of the campaign is to drive as well as promote savings and an investment culture in Uganda. And this is very important for Uganda particularly because compared to our neighbors and worldwide, our savings ratio thank you. Compared to countries in the East African region, but also in worldwide terms, our savings ratio is very low compared to our GDP at about 13%. Economists have statistics and models that suggest we need to be doing at least 25% savings to our GDP ratio in order for us to achieve the kind of economic prosperity that we wish for and indeed deserve. We all know very well that a majority of Ugandans do not have a bank account. Fortunately, now with mobile banking and other interventions, they are able to access financial services, but that still remains constrained by other factors such as access to network and so on and so forth. When it comes to savings, statistics also show that Ugandans on average save about 5% of their monthly income compared to colleagues in Kenya that save about 23%, Tanzania 13%, and Rwanda 18%. So we are doing really badly when it comes to comparison with our neighbors. But why savings is important? It's an often said fact that if you don't save, you're not able to invest. And at a national level, we may not appreciate how that in fact comes together. But if you think about it at a household level, at a personal level, if you spend all your income, then clearly you won't be able to invest anything and you can't grow. You can only grow by the sheer force of your hard work. And we all know that is limited. Therefore, savings play a significant role in spurring economic growth and a critical component of Uganda achieving its economic growth and development objectives. We still will come up with the good old excuses about the high level of youth unemployment, low levels of wages, and so on and so forth as bottlenecks or inhibitors to savings. However, experience does show that any level of savings, as long as it's part of a regular program of savings, can be very instrumental in spurring economic activity and economic growth. So the more of us as Ugandans, as individuals that participate in investment clubs, that undertake other savings, other forms of savings such as fixed deposits, savings accounts, pension accounts, and so on and so forth, that is what allows us to increase the funds that are available for investment in the economy. It allows industrialists and others to access those savings and be able to put them to work and generate returns for all of us, create employment for all of us. It is therefore a critical and important part of the tools and policy measures that are necessary for Uganda to achieve its economic growth objectives. This campaign is an important part of that entire process because it has helped to raise financial literacy and also helping those that are themselves participating in the competition to enhance and build on their skills. As the leading professional services firm in the country, we found it a no-brainer to partner with DFCU Bank and NTV in this campaign. We have had the pleasure to share our knowledge, as well as provide advice and guidance to savings and investments clubs in the country that participated in the competition. Our role included designing the assessment and evaluation criteria for selecting the best savings and investment clubs for the competition, as well as judging entries for the competition. We've also had the pleasure of organizing a study tour of the top 20 investment clubs coming out of this competition that will be spending a week in Nairobi during the course of next month, meeting, networking, and learning from established investment clubs in Kenya, as well as attending seminars and workshops facilitated by, amongst others, experts from the Nairobi Stock Exchange. So we do hope that our winners, our investment clubs, will benefit tremendously, not just from participating in the competition, but also from effectively the study tour they will be spending in Nairobi. We are committed to continue working with our partners, DFCU Bank and NTV, to run more campaigns of the same type in future, so as to encourage Ugandans to embrace this culture of savings and investing for the future. Finally, I'd like to take this opportunity to thank all the courageous and inspiring investment clubs that have participated in this campaign, DFCU Bank, NTV, as well as all my colleagues at PricewaterhouseCoopers. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Mr. Uthman Mayanja, Country Assurance Leader for PwC, our partners. And every single Thursday, you obviously watch the show on NTV Uganda, and we are the leaders in the market. I might say we might be the only ones in the market. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to give us a few remarks. Oh, that was for the fact that we're the leaders? Go on. Go on. Please welcome my boss, the Managing Director of NTV Uganda, Mr. Johnson Omolo. I might want to add that it's a good show for my boss. He loves money. And he knows what to do with money. Money speaks to him, he speaks to money. Okay, bye.
Our guest of honor, the French ambassador to Uganda, Madame Stéphanie Rival, the executive director, DFCU Bank, senior managers from DFCU Bank, PricewaterhouseCoopers, our partner in the battle for the cash promotion. Ladies and gentlemen, in your respective capacities, I welcome you to this event. Early this year, we entered into a partnership with DFCU Bank over the battle for cash promotion alongside PwC. We identified the gap, and savings mobilization was key if we were to promote financial literacy in this country and also grow savings for the bank. On behalf of Africa Broadcasting Uganda Limited, I wish to take this opportunity to congratulate all our partners, the organizing committee members. Jude, where is Jude? Jude from the bank made over 100 calls to me and to my former boss, Agi Konde, over this partnership. And my team from NTV, where is Jackie? Whatever you saw on TV was being spearheaded by Jackie Senyondo. Jackie is the lady right over there. And her crew, Diana, Rose, please step forward for recognition. That is the crew that would follow the participants, come up with a TV program that you would enjoy in the comforts of your home. Please step forward, Jackie and your crew. Jackie Senyondo is our head of production. Was excellent, award-winning, crystal clear, ready for broadcast. Jackie, we thank you. Thank you, Jackie. Welcome. The Battle for Cash promotion has been able to bring a new culture that will empower its members financially in the near future. The Battle for Cash has seen all the new investment clubs reinvigorate themselves by reactivating their accounts in the bank and being able to participate in this challenge. And the bank, I believe before we leave, will share the statistics on the number of new investment clubs that have been formed as a result of this activity. Investment clubs in Africa have been for the longest time a sure path to financial freedom, while some may fizzle out before making any substantial gains. Several others grow to become financial institutions of power, influence, mostly by women and men who desire to gain financial freedom in the near future through investment clubs that will guarantee returns on investment. High dependency ratio is a problem not only in Uganda but in Africa. So if you have relatives and friends, please encourage them to form saving clubs if they want to liberate their future financially. At the epitome of your life, you will retire from gainful employment. And when you retire, you must have something that should be able to keep you going. The pension fund that most of us here rely on is not the only solution. An investment club will guarantee your future. At the time of retirement, you should be able to have seed capital that will guarantee survival for not only yourselves, but for your extended families in the unforeseeable future while you are still living on this earth. With the unequal distribution of wealth and income in Africa, investment groups are increasingly providing equal opportunities to financial freedom through collective schemes. The creation of rural investment clubs can offer communities a safe and supportive environment to learn the basics of investing and financial literacy. To DFCU Bank, the Battle for Cash has not only been about sharing investment ideas, but also great financial literacy that is highly appreciated, not only at NTV, but in the entire country. We thank you for this gesture. Startups find it quite difficult to take off and be sustainable due to the high cost of capital, which in turn leads to high cost of doing business. Investment clubs therefore provide an alternative important to note that some investment opportunities are presented in the form of social enterprises which not help only to impact and build a better Uganda, but also give the clubs a good return on investment in the same time. Considering the high cost of capital, it's imperative to explore alternative sources of finance, although private equity is a relatively new investment financial model in East Africa, with Uganda emerging as the second most active country after Kenya. It presents a lease of life to the SME sector. The investment clubs can be a good source of investing funds to establish SMEs that want to expand through capitalization. To our partner DFCU, I commend you once again for not only partnering with Uganda's leading broadcaster in this project, but also for being champions of financial literacy and development in this country. To our dear partner, PricewaterhouseCoopers, the best partnerships are not dependent on the mere common goal, but on a shared path of equality, desire, and no small amount of passion. We are always humbled and proud to be working with you. As you may all be aware, last week we hosted the second historic economic summit in this country in conjunction with PricewaterhouseCoopers. Therefore, our relationship dates way back and can only continue growing stronger and stronger as we continue to live in this great nation. To the top 10 investment clubs here, whether you won or not is not important. The most important thing in this challenge is that you showed up and you demonstrated resilience, ability, and determination on growing your investment club, and this was ably documented and broadcast in Uganda's leading television station, NTV Uganda. On my own behalf, as the head of business, head of NTV Uganda, and on behalf of the organization, we are proud and happy to be associated with the DFCU Bank, a bank that not only is interested in banking services, but is also interested in empowering the people to improve their livelihoods through investment in an investment club all over the country. If all banks would emulate DFCU, I believe the level of poverty and household income would greatly improve in our country. For God and my country, I thank you all.
Thank you so much, sir. I'd like to now welcome, mind you, we're about to go for the live show. I'd like to welcome from DFCU Bank, the Chief of Business and Executive Director, Mr. William Sekabembe, to give us a few words as we head into the live show.
Battle for cash.
Sometimes we try.
Battle for cash.
Ask why. We cry, break, and wish we could die. Hope, daydream, window shopping things we could buy. School fees, daily cheese. We get on our knees, and still, nothing comes with ease. But if we keep getting up again and again, understanding that no pain, no gain, never giving up, pushing up, hooking up with a startup, you stand up, set up, and realize it's time to wake up. Because you are a winner and headed up. No dream is beyond reach, because DFCU is making more possible. DFCU, with pleasure.
The French ambassador to Uganda, the managing director, NTV, partner from PwC, investment club representatives, senior managers from DFCU Bank, members from the Fourth Estate, good evening. Today marks a very, very, very eventful day for us at DFCU. 10 years ago, we launched the investment club product. And today we are celebrating the 10th anniversary as well, so today is also very special for us. And over the last 10 years, investment clubs have grown exponentially. And as I speak today, we have over 20,000 investment clubs registered with DFCU. And the Battle for Cash as a campaign has been very, very successful. We have onboarded over 5,000 customers over the last 6 months. Today is the day of celebrating tenacity for savings and investment. As highlighted by the previous colleagues, Uganda, we are faced with the challenge of savings. We have the lowest savings ratio in the region. If you compare the GDP ratio, if you compare the savings rate to the GDP, it's about 13. It has dropped from 16 in 2012, which means that we're moving backward. So at DFCU, we believe that investment clubs is the new frontier for driving savings. And investment club model is a very simple model. It's just a group of 4 people coming together with the same objective and common goal and pooling their resources monthly with an objective of investing that money. You can start as small as saving 5,000 shillings. And we've been very delighted during this Battle for Cash campaign, seeing groups hustling on the street, trying to sell products without cash, making money without money, and I think that was very, very exciting. We have seen groups trying to promote their products. We have seen groups trying to onboard customers. There's a day at the show when we saw a team onboarding 30 clients in one day. I think that was exception. And from the success of this campaign, as DFC, we commit that we shall run more of these campaigns every year. So we're going to be running series back to back, and we are committed to continue spearheading the savings culture in Uganda. I'd like to thank the MD for NTV for your kind words, and I'd like to repeat, champions of financial literacy, empowering people. We don't take that for granted. Thank you for those kind words. Financial literacy remains a big challenge for us in Uganda, and more so at this time when we have a very big young population. And at DFCU, through the investment club initiatives, we think we can be at the front of driving financial literacy. And as you're aware, part of our proposition of investment clubs, we link you to experts, financial experts who advise you free of charge. We link you to different markets. We also organize training for yourselves every month. So we're not in this just for business, but we're in this to make a step change. While DFCU has been at the forefront of driving savings and investment culture since 2007, partnering with PwC and NTV Uganda in Investment Club Challenge has been instrumental in providing a platform for investment clubs across the country. I also need to recognize our team, the marketing team, Jude, Diana, and Rukshana. Please stand up for recognition. That team has also been working very hard. And of course, we're also proud of the judges. Judges, please stand up for recognition. The judges have done very well. I'm sure your time is coming, but it was important that I recognize you. Also the host from NTV. She's our MC tonight. I think she's done a very, very good job. As part of the campaign, we have been running a TV show dubbed Battle for Cash, in which we received applications from close to 200 investment clubs across the country. The application process required clubs to develop a business plan for an innovative investment project. Our partners, PwC, independently vetted the applications and selected 20 clubs that entered the TV competition. Over the last 3 months of the show, the participants have received training from specialists in different aspects of business and have gained exposure to innovative ways to tackle everyday business challenges. The teams have also been challenged to learn how to ask the right questions before investing. As our colleague from Pricewaterhouse said, it's through savings that we can invest and spur economic growth. As I wind up, it has been exciting, it has been emotional, and tonight we are down to the final 10 clubs. Even as we select the top 7 investment clubs that will walk away with a total of 75 million shillings in cash and 1 year worth of advisory services, courtesy of PwC, it is important to note that all clubs that took part are winners. The knowledge and skills that they have picked over the couple of months have set them apart from the clubs. So our commitment as DFCU, we shall continue to own the investment club space. We shall continue to add value to the proposition. We are soon going to launch a software for all investment clubs where you can manage your savings, where you can apply for loans if you wish to, where you can be able to access investment advice online. So we continuously add value to the investment club proposition. Right now, we are hovering over 22,000 investment clubs, and our aspiration is to hit 50,000 investment clubs in the next 18 months. So whether you have won or lost, remember Churchill's words, succeeding is not final as much as failure is not fatal. Lose or lose the battle, but not the war. We will continue making more possible, but most importantly, we commit to continue sponsoring this battle for cash. We continue to invest in financial literacy. We shall continue to drive initiatives that create employment. We shall continue to engage special groups like the youth and women. Those are very key segments for us as DFCU. We shall continue to transform the economy as we make more possible. Thank you very much.
Come on. Hey. Enjoy this one, people. Come on. Akobatanenda. Atiyan chawa. Yaleta kamuri. Atiyan swike gambe. Come on. Come on.
Good evening and welcome to the Battle for Cash Grand Finale. I'm Flavia Tumusime. This Thursday, different. We're live here at the Kampala Serena Hotel. And of course, you who's watching at home, the hashtag is Battle for Cash Finale. Well, the teams, the investment clubs have fought tooth and nail. They've worked each task, hoping to be millions richer by the end of tonight. You voted. The voting lines are officially closed. Watch and witness if your favorite will walk away rich tonight. This is the Battle for Cash Finale. Hundreds of applications were received from investment clubs interested in Battle for Cash. But only 20 were selected.
We want to start up an application that will provide rapid response to emergency situations in form of ambulance services.
For us, we are looking at providing holistic quality services.
Ladies and gentlemen, you are the top 16 investment clubs. Now, as you know, it gets tougher with each week.
Today, the task is making money without money.
We can come up with skits.
It's a race against time as teams maneuver the busy streets of downtown Kampala. Team leader Seraphine lost all her team members.
Have you seen them?
She finds them in the church praying instead. How prudent is this strategy? Strategy abandoned.
I wish we knew earlier. Now that pastor, I think he's supposed to be a pastor. How could we ask for such amount?
Please be my first customer, I beg you.
This one, of course, you have to work smarter, harder, faster. This time, they have to scuffle with the existing hawkers for a spot on the streets.
Together vow. They have broken our watermelon and our pineapple. We have to strategize again.
You can't change a winning strategy.
The task is to go out and look for customers, more people, and convince to open up the accounts with DFCU Bank.
Team Divas and Team Zeal hustle to get new investment clubs.
There is something that I want to talk to you about. Between you and your friends, have you ever thought of forming an investment club?
Stand by, rolling camera, action!
Directing has not been an easy job, but it's quite interesting.
The 15 competing clubs face grueling sessions with the judges.
Let's talk numbers.
Our projected sales are 3,260.
The investment clubs we're talking about are not to sort out member issues.
Is this tree planting a realistic focus? You're trying to bite too much at one go.
The dreaded time has come.
The team that is out here, I'm sending you home. And you've done very well, so you're in for the grand finale.
As PwC, NTV and DFCU, we're really concerned about the economic performance, and we thought that it would be good for transformation of people's lives to really go back to the audience within the Ugandan community and talk to them about the need for saving and investment. When that came about, we did sit together as the partners between PwC, NTV, and DFCU Bank to spur our minds in as regards what were some of those things we could do about creating awareness from a savings perspective and investment perspective. DFCU Bank has always been running the investment club account for a number of years, and we thought that that was a very good place to start. And as the competition came into play, we looked at the various customers who are already running accounts with DFCU Bank and had really shown some tenets of saving for some time. We looked at 3 months, 4 months, 6 months for those that were fairly new. We went into 12 months for those that were fairly old and have been running accounts for up to 2 years. So with that, we also wanted to maintain the regional balance. So we we looked at the different regions in Uganda, which include the northern region, the central region, the eastern region, the western region as well. So we just had to maintain a balance in as regards representation from different parts of the country. We also looked at things like how often have you been saving on this account, how long has the account been running, and we did more or less get the data from the bank, and we grouped the different accounts from that perspective. One of the other areas that was of concern for this competition was the youth and the women. And as such, we did also focus on the category of the youth, and we were able to select the best youth clubs across the 4 regions. And we got representation from that perspective across the northern, eastern, central, and western regions of Uganda. And again, we also looked out for the women clubs, because one of the things if you don't transform the women as a group within the country, then you probably won't be able to take the country to the next level. So with that, all those 4 parameters, we were able to select the top 20 in terms of how much they had saved over time, but also the people that fitted the categories of the northern, central, eastern, and southern.
Battle for cash.
We're watching live the DFCU Investment Club Battle for Cash Grand Finale. We're watching is Battle for Cash Finale. Well, it's not our battle. The teams, I'd like for you to meet the top 10. Meet Umoja na Maendeleo Savings Group.
By next year, in Feb, Umoja Investment Club will be having a taxi running from Tororo to Kampala. It was the first time making money without money. I will never forget that. Myself, I'm a Catholic by religion. I found myself going to a born-again church in the names of fundraising from the church. I think there was a time when by the time they all filmed me, I was dancing in the church very, very well. Instead, when the bishop, the so-called, I don't know, the bishop or the pastor, by the time he came, told us we have to pay 100,000 so that he may give us the platform to raise that money. We had no money. It was making money without money. My advice to my fellow investment club members and all Ugandans is that we should not sit there and wait for somebody to bring for us something on a platter, silver platter. Move out and look for something. You will get. Once you go and looking for money, you get.
Let's meet Genebe Outspan Organic Group.
Association has a membership of farmers that grow simsim as a commercial crop. I'm telling you, we came into this thing not expecting too much, but when we were in the top 20, we felt so happy because we thought we had already achieved. And from the 16, we are in the final. We are winners already. Investment club, am I afraid of? Not any, because we believe Genebel has the best idea and a practical idea as such. The lessons learned are so many. You know, there are things that happen in life and we just ignore that these are real investment ideas. Making money without money was one that really opened my mind that you can be somewhere when you don't have money and you move forward.
Let's meet Sichomo Development Organization Group.
The project we pitched to the judges was aquaculture, that's fish farming. We are feeling excited. We feel we are ready for this. Others were able, but they couldn't make it. There are some investment clubs that I looked at and I was like, wow, super good. I liked their ideas. For example, there is an investment club from the north called Genabel. It is good. I like their idea. Most memorable. I have several memories. Going into the street to sell, I've never thought of being a mutembe. It is memorable. We had to go to the street and make money without money. One of the lessons I've learned, one, doing things fast. Two, you need to be hopeful. When we started losing almost every task, I was like, are we going to go through? Actually, some of the group members gave up. But for us who kept on hoping, we continued. And here we are. We are finally. Those who could drop out are out.
I wonder what it feels like to be next to the people you thought are competition in the show. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we can't have this show without the judges. They scared the teams every single week. They're here tonight. And I thought Judge Adam might have a question or two for our contestants. So, Judge Adam.
Thank you very much, Flavia, and good evening to you all. My question goes to Mr. Ramadan from Geneva. It's been a long journey. You said it was very challenging. You had to do quite a number of things. Okay. What would you say was your most difficult task and why?
The most difficult task was one that was number 3, building a strong club. We were required to go and open up accounts. And, you know, opening up an account, given the requirements, there are so many. You need to get ID, recommendation from LC, and then some levels, district level. So it was a challenge to open up an account in a single day.
Okay, thank you very much.
All right. I guess that was the challenge. We'll be back with our judges. But of course, the hashtag is Battle for Cash Finale. And I thought I'd check in with the social media desk. She's the communications and events manager at DFCU Bank. And tonight she's leading our social media desk. Rukshana?
We are streaming the event live on Facebook. That's the DFCU Investment Club page, and on NTV Uganda as well. Like you said, Flavia, the hashtag is Battle for Cash Finale and Battle for Cash. But I'd also like the audience to know that we'd like to hear your thoughts. We'd like you to actually make some predictions on who you think is going to emerge among the top 7. And we'll be sampling those comments a little bit later on tonight.
Right, thank you so much, Rukshana. Yes, you might have voted your favorite and sitting right next to someone who thinks otherwise. Tell us. Battle for Cash Finale. I'll have these exit the stage and I'll have you meet the rest of the teams. Please, thank you. Let's meet Plus Save Group.
Right now, we are up to having an application that will save many lives. The ambulance app is our project for this competition. It is very, very, very tense, being among the top 10. It is a very steep competition. We can't underestimate anyone. My most memorable moment in Battle for Cash, it was during the evictions, because the atmosphere at that time, that hour, for the believers, I should say the 9th hour, it is very trying. From being scared, then you transform to being happy because you've qualified. So it is both my best and my worst. When we win, first and foremost, the publicity that we shall have gotten. We shall no longer be the plus save we were, which was known to us. We shall then be a plus save that is known to Uganda at large.
Meet Surveyors Investment Group.
We pitched a project on greenhouse farming. We had the view that if Uganda is to export more of their produce, they need to produce more. And if someone is growing fruits and vegetables in a greenhouse, he's assured of production throughout the year. So it would boost Uganda's export earnings and also help us like improve our livelihoods. Those would be quite many, but I'd pick maybe 2. The part when we're doing the task for advertising, I really enjoyed that episode because I had never acted like a director or anything. It was a very nice experience for me. And then the time when we met the judges, the elimination round, I was really scared. I thought we were going to be eliminated that day, but we pulled through. I'd have to say Genebe organic farmers, I think. They have an idea where they grow sim and quite long, so I'm really worried about them.
Meet Super Saving Group.
Twawaayo bizinesi yaffe ng'ey'ebitabo nti tukola bitabo natuuka ne ngamba oba kyekyatuyingiza kuba ffe bwe twali tuyingira this battle twalowooza tujja genda tuweeyo empapula zaffe sente bazituwe tetwamanya nti bigenda kubeeramu all that kyesitasobola kwerabira. I think it's the judges. Bano bajjaji si bangu anyway bangu kale naye ate si bangu osobola okuba nga opresentinze ekintu nga golaba okipresentinze bulungi banange at the end judge nabanga points azisaze kyenayiga mu battle it's okolera awamu twakirabanga kintu kikulu nnyo like nga bwotulaba bwetuti tuli 76 women nebambi abamu babakozesa leero kibalemye okwasaganya naye bwe tubeera abangi zinga zino zonna zona empapula zaweddewo dda anti sa I think nze ntya si kyomu club olw'ensonga bwe nalaba presentation yaabwe balaga nti balina ebintu eby'amaanyi like fe tulina bitabo byokka bakola ebitabo bakola engatto batunga ebitengi bakola obusawo ndabika si kyomu gwe naatya.
You're watching the DFCU Investment Club Battle for Cash. But Judge abazibu. Katugene twogere ne Judge Anne. Oba yasinga okuba omuzibu simanyi. Judge Anne, a question or two for our team.
Flavia nze nsinga obwangu. My question will go to Fahad. Surveyors, isn't it? You belong to surveyors.
Yes, I do.
You are tasked to do various activities during the battle for cash. And you belong to Team Zeal. And one of those times, your leader actually took a walk from a challenge. What were your regrets to you as an individual? But also I'd like to know, because the investment clubs that we groom, they have that challenge, poor leadership. As a mere member in an investment club, what would you do to step up the club despite of the poor leadership?
Personally, I believe trust and honesty are very good virtues for any business. So if you're facing challenges with a leader, it's best you own up to them and tell them right up that I don't believe this is the best strategy you should have taken for this particular task. And then you can quickly move on from that issue so that you can develop as a club.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. I'll ask our investment groups to exit the stage. Thank you. And good luck. We're still meeting part of our top 10. Please welcome Sorority Women Cooperative Limited.
We are dealing with the money, and the money is a fragile thing. It can disappear anytime. So we thought that when we put real estate, some apartments, that is a tangible asset. I feel that I come out as one of the winners, but if there is anybody to follow me, I would think it is Sichomu or Moja. My most memorable moment in the battle for cash is actually when we went out to make money without money. And I did the things that I could never imagine myself doing. And then also I learned to socialize with the other people. There are people from different backgrounds, and they have their ways of thinking, their ways of doing things. There are those who have short temper. So you have to endure with every type of human being that you meet, and then move on with them.
Let's now meet Agency for Rural Transformation.
I pitched to the judges about promoting the use of clean house energy. When the judges first called the first top 5, and I was among, My heart was like, are we the 5 being sent home who have been knocked out? So to some extent, I failed to celebrate my joy because I was confused. But at the end of it all, I have been very happy. Getting all that 25 million, the first thing to do is to sit with the members down and we see how best we can improve on our areas of investment which we have been having. Currently on the top 10, I'm not afraid of any investment club except I was afraid of British, which has been unfortunately knocked out. In Better for Cash, I was so happy in making money without money. You see, going empty-handed and getting back with 80, we came back with 83,000. So it really beat my understanding when they first say you are going to go downtown, come back with money, but we are not giving you any money. There's nothing you can do alone and you move. But if you do together, you are able to go very far. That is one thing I have learned.
Let's now meet Ruharo Hospital Gratuity.
We want to start a laboratory-related project, which is a chemistry analyzer. We've learned a lot of things, and as of now I talk, we have already benefited. There is a trip to Nairobi, so we are very happy to reach this stage of the finalists. So we are looking forward to winning the money. At the moment, for us, we feel we are the best because we don't fear any investment club because of the uniqueness of our project. It is looking at health of the people, and since health is wealth, so we think we are addressing the real thing that affects the people. In Battle for Cash, we have learned paralysis of analysis, decision making. You don't need to be there thinking, oh, that thinking is good for planning, but you need to reach a time and make a decision. So at times we would sit here and say which project to make. This one would bring this, others would bring this. We would even spend a year without making a decision.
And now, Peak Investment Club.
Well, we presented the project of waste management, collection and disposal.
Really, this is a moving project. A project which is tackling 3 key areas that are affecting this country. It's a project that should be funded.
So this win is going to be like a springboard, executing this business smartly and making sure it is sustainably maintained. I think the most memorable moment was, making money without money. To go down in the books as I think the most interesting but challenging experience. Teamwork is key. I think that's one thing I've learned about Battle for Cash.
I think for this group, I'd like to go to Judge Joseph. What's your question?
Flavia, and I just want to focus this to Margaret. You belong to Team Divas, and we noticed a lot of bickering in your group. What could have gone wrong? Because you see, one of the challenges we're facing around investment clubs is group cohesion. And this is one of the things that actually has not really helped groups to grow and move forward to see their 3rd or 4th birthday. Can you tell us something about that?
Thank you very much, sir. What I realize is we merely had we had a problem of different personalities, and because of that we had some bit of bickering. But to correct that, to curtail such a problem in the future, and most especially in the groups, we would think that conflict resolution training is very necessary, because teamwork is key to development, without which there can be no development. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you so much, Margaret. We'll have the teams exit the stage. Thank you so much. See you later and good luck. So some, or most of them has actually said that making money without money was the best task. What about you watching at home? The hashtag is Battle for Cash Finale. We'll take a break. We'll be right back. Enjoying Jamal Sanyo and the band here at Serena Hotel. Of course, it's live, the Battle for Cash finale. And of course, you voted. All you can do now is see if your favorite made it. Hashtag Battle for Cash finale. Keep us busy. We'll be sampling some of your thoughts later on. But for this to be very free and fair. Of course, you know we have PwC, so everything is in line. I'd like to welcome the Manager for Risk Assurance from PricewaterhouseCoopers, Mr. Jelas Mureani. He's got the envelopes before we start awarding. Yes. And as you walk on, I'd like for the viewers at home and for us here to see what it took for the judges to eventually get down to a decision, the deliberations.
Behind closed doors, the judges, Adam, Anne, and Joseph, deliberated and debated on the clubs that should be in the top 7.
The fact that they haven't secured, you know, the buy-in.
But the challenge I was having with them is that they do not have anything to show.
No follow-up.
And probably when you look at the entire value chain, he has a bigger impact.
If these people, if you give them some money, they would be able to pick up the idea very fast.
Very fast.
These would have to put in so much more time before it actually manifests.
That's true.
So that puts them in the top 6 now.
Yeah.
We want to teach people to start dreaming. Dream unique. Yes, there should be simple ideas, but how you put out your strategy. These people are trying to, it's a group, and there's a pool of resources. But this looks like it could even be run by one person.
True.
For me, the super savers, I think they have a buy from me because they are looking at scholastic material that also help the disadvantaged schools around. They are helping that mother who is always at home and probably does not have cash flow.
Job to do.
And they're also dreaming big. They are looking at machines. How do we bring machines to actually make this big? They have gone to supermarkets, their books are in the supermarkets. So I think they're making community difference, but also a difference within themselves.
But back again to the measures that we're using. If it's business continuity for agency, suppose the supplier stops supplying, suppose you stop getting stuff from China, and these are the areas, what happens, you see? Now, the biggest element you're looking at here is that they're widening the market. They're just looking beyond Ugandan borders and delivering a producer's product direct to a first world where they're earning in hard currency. There is a market because for them they clearly showed to us that they've seen the gap.
I think we need to start pushing also the youth to understand that, well, if our competitive advantage as Uganda is in agriculture, then how can we innovate agriculture to produce the volumes and, you know, focus firstly on the external market? Because again, we're just not doing well from that perspective, and it's amazing that the youth are already thinking about some of the things they can do about that.
After hours of deliberation, the judges have unanimously agreed on the top 7, but they have to include the results of the viewers' voting to determine the ultimate winners.
Yes, we're live for the DFCU Investment Club Battle for Cash Grand Finale. I'm heading back to the social media desk, Rukhsana, just to see what people are saying online.
Interesting comments and predictions coming through from a social media audience, and I'll just sample some of them, Flavia. Surveyors are talking about greenhouse farming, but every idea in the top 10 is actually brilliant. At Plus Save, with that app, they have to win. This is a prediction. Then we have another comment coming through. Plus Save Group is building an ambulance app. They need to save lives. Let's see how the night goes for them. And then my final comment tonight is, I think Ruharo gratuity scheme will make it to the grand finale. Those are just some of the thoughts coming in from the online audience. And if it were up to the social media audience, then perhaps these guys would make it to the top 7, but it doesn't quite work like that. And I'm sure they're quite eager to know who's in the top 7, so I'll let us get on with that. Flavia, back to you.
All right, yes, time for the awarding, time to know who's making all those millions. And Mr. Jelas Mureani, of course, has the envelopes. This is to confirm that I did not follow you around and open these envelopes before tonight.
Yeah, on behalf of PwC, I would like to confirm that they've been verified and they're legitimate.
You heard that, right? Oh, yes, you heard it. Thank you so much. I'll take this from you. Thank you. All right. For this next part, to help me award, I'd like to welcome the head of consumer banking at DFCU Bank, Mr. Dennis Chibukamsoke, to join me on stage, please. And earlier on, they did mention that we have special categories. Special categories, that's, of course, what we would like to award first. So I'd like to welcome to the front to join us. I think you'll join me here. I'd like to welcome Sorority Women Cooperative Limited, please. I'd also like to welcome Super Saving Group, Surveyors, and also Plus Save. So the four to join us, please. I'll give the honors to you. This is one of the two special categories we have. It's the Best Women's Club.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Best Women Club is Sorority Women Cooperative Union.
It is coming from my heart. Praise and thanks unto you, Lord. All the things that you have done. I'm grateful.
Congratulations, Sorority Women's Group. You, your check, and your envelope, of course, as proof, will exit the stage and do your celebration dance as you can. Congratulations once again. Thank you so much. And the next special category, you'll do the honors, is the Best Youth Club. And before he announces the winner, I'd just like to note that this special categories, they walk away with 7.5 million shillings.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Best Youth Club this evening is Surveyors Investment and Savings Club.
Congratulations. Well done. Surveyors for the Best Youth Group. Those are our special categories. All right. Thank you so much. Don't forget your envelope as you exit the stage. It's quite important to show this evidence, eh? Thank you so much, sir. All right, we would like to know, but I feel like this is predictive, so you can join the rest over there. So we're going to go through this as best and quickly as possible. Although it would be best for me to not do this alone, so Mr. William Sekabembe, if you can join me on stage to help me give out this one. Mr. William Sekabembe, who's Chief of Business and Executive Director, DFCU Bank. Yes. We would like to now start with number 5. Please, let's join in. Get enough space to jump because you could be the winner. Sir, before you announce, this person will take away 5 million shillings.
And fourth runners up is Super Saving Group.
We don't have Super Saving Group? Oh, there you are. I don't see the jumping up on the celebration. That's why I thought you're not here. Congratulations. Well done, Super Saving Group. Next, thank you so much. Thank you. You can exit the stage, sir.
And the third run-up is Ruharo Hospital gratuity.
Well done. Congratulations. Well done. Congratulations. And shaking hands. Well, great. Oh, he would like his envelope. Now that is a serious man. Yes. So your last one? The man who was serious about the envelope took home 10 million shillings.
Second run-up, Sichuomu Development Organization.
Congratulations. Well done, well done. Sichuomu taking home 5 million shillings. And thank you so much, sir. The teams that are on stage right now, and for you at home and here, you must be thinking, what next? I'm guessing the reason they're not jumping up for joy is because they're really not sure what's next. There's up to 25 million shillings that could go to your investment club. But for now, I'd like to welcome, yes, the French ambassador to Uganda, Her Excellency Stephanie Grivoire. Sharing a few words with us, and after that we'll help you, of course, award the finals.
Dear members of investment clubs, dear members of the private sector, of course, DFCU, NTV, PwC, ladies and gentlemen, money, 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 all the things I could do if I had a little money is a rich man's word. Okay, my singing skills needs to be a bit rusty there, but here we go. Everyone in the world seems to want to have money, and most of the time by doing as little as possible. And then they all wonder what to do when the money comes. All the things I could do. Well, let's find the answer together to this one. Uganda is among countries with the lowest savings culture. My Ugandan friends, so these are not my words, ladies and gentlemen, it's not me. Ugandans like to spend everything they earn, and often they run to colleagues for assistance when calamity strikes. That's what I've been told. But that's what people say, and you know, I come from finance, and I'm a woman of data. So I want to make sure before I make any statements, but the data speak for themselves. The majority of the working class in Uganda, they don't save the money. Only with the NSSF enforced savings, and that's about 5% of their savings, that's all. In other countries, in Kenya, it's 23%, Tanzania 13%, Rwanda 18%. So, Ugandans, when are you going to start saving? In the East African community, Uganda has the lowest savings to GDP ratio with less than 14%. But at the same time, because I'm also the bearer of good news, Uganda is one of the most entrepreneurial countries, in fact, the most entrepreneurial countries in the world, according to the GM 2014 government report. 28% of adults are owning or co-owning a new business. But the challenge is, the new business doesn't last more than 2 years. Now is the time to think long-term. Entrepreneurship is essential for job creation. Entrepreneurship is essential for development, for growth. So it is essential for the future of Uganda, the future of Africa, and in fact, the economic future of the world. The youth in this country constitute 78% of Uganda's population. And yet, the youth unemployment is over 80% among graduates. As an example, 600,000 to 700,000 graduates enter the job market every year, with only 9,000 finding a job. So why is that? Do these young people study for nothing? You pay school fees, you study long hours, and then nothing. No jobs. You borrow from banks, from your family, and you never get your money back. Well, maybe the reason is that you do not have the right objective. But who am I to say? I'm French. But I dare say that to you because I'm saying the same to the French people. If you allow me to compare with my home country, France, I am surprised to see there are some similarities in the youth of France and Uganda and the education system as well. The dream of most Ugandan high school students is to join the university, pursue a degree course with the hope of getting a white-collar job after 3-4 years of studies. Well, it is exactly the same in my country, in France. Vocational institutions are considered a reserve for the failures. Again, same in France. So all parents want to hear their children say, Dad, Mom, I want to be a lawyer. I want to be a doctor. But when your child says, I want to be a plumber, I want to be a builder, here comes a disappointment. And ladies and gentlemen, dear parents, we are so wrong. And I say this as a Omuzade, I say this as a mama, I say this as an Alongo. I just want my kids to be happy, whatever they do for a living. This attitude, these preconceived ideas needs to change. With massive infrastructure development in this country, in transport, oil and gas, there has never been so much need for skilled workers in Uganda. And without the right skills, you are going to miss out on the big opportunities. And here comes entrepreneurship again. Do not go after the paid job or the civil servant wages. Go and do business on your own, with your skills acquired in university or in the field. And friends of the banking sector, you need to be there for the young or the not so young entrepreneurs. Take risk. Some projects will not work, but most of them will. You will make money, but you will also contribute to building Uganda. You are here to make the money, yes, but you're also here to help, and that's exactly what you're doing right now and right here tonight. You should invest, if I dare say, in women. I was in Liberia and I met a group of women. They were called the Victorious Women, and they were forming 7 clubs. They were phenomenal. I remember them as if it was yesterday. So go women and invest in women in this country. And now coming to agriculture, some of these projects are there. It's a topic very dear to my heart. Even His Excellency, the President Museveni knows. Agriculture is the biggest employer in Uganda, but has largely remained untapped and left to peasants. Because apparently, when you have a degree of university, you don't want to associate with agriculture. And a number of them even do the border business. It is the same in my own country, and I despair. You can work in agriculture and be a businessman. You don't need to be a farmer. You hire farmers, and you rent a plant transforming agricultural products as a business. So please do it and protect the environment with organic. I was so pleased tonight to hear this word, because if you produce organic food and you sell it at the highest price, because your products are the best ones, the healthiest ones, Europe will buy them from you. So how can we change this current situation with the low-saving culture, the short-term vision, and completely turn it around? Well, that's where the banks and the private sector come in. Fueling the government strategy to have a private sector-led economy. So of course, there's a lot to be done to be more efficient on the legislative, institutional framework to support the youth employment, education and skills, and youth economic enterprise. But do not just wait on the government to do all the work. It depends on you, on your initiatives, on your energy, and on your innovations. And the DFCU Bank Investment Clubs program to strengthen the saving culture in Uganda is definitely a step in the right direction. Congratulations, and thank you for having me tonight. So now, ladies and gentlemen, investment clubs, go, think long-term, do business for yourself, for your family, for your community, and for your country. I wish you good luck and all the success in the world.
Thank you so much. Of course, we're live on TV and we're working within time, but I do have envelopes for you. We have the first runner-up and the winner. Please.
The first runner-up winner is a big investment club.
Congratulations. Let's now find out as we wrap our winner. I'd like to call our partners from NTV, the managing director, thank you so much, Mr. Johnson Omolo. I'd like to welcome back Mr. William Sekamembe from DFCU Bank, and also Mr. Uthman Mayanja, Country Assurance Leader from PwC. Her Excellency, we are waiting to understand the winner.
Oh, I thought I was waiting for my colleagues to
They'll
come.
join
and the
us.
suspense is building up.
We're boiling to understand who
We're
the
all
winner
boiling,
is.
aren't we? But let's wait for a few more seconds. I can be like that.
We'd like to call back all the other winners on stage for this big moment as well.
Shall we then wait for... No? Well, shall I announce?
Yes, please.
Right now?
Yes, please.
And the winner is... the Geneva Outspan Organic Farmers!
Organic farmers, they are the winners. 25 million shillings richer as the first winners of the first ever DFCU Investment Club Battle for Cash. I'm Flavia Tukusime. A big thank you to our partners PwC, DFCU Bank, and of course NTV. See you next season.
Everything I look for is right in front of me. Everything I work for, everything I wish for, everything I look for is right in front of me. And she said,
All right. Oh, we're still definitely here celebrating. Congratulations, Genebe Outspan, for that. Quite a jump. I don't hear the applause. That's 25 million shillings. A big thank you to our partners. And of course, this is the moment where we can get the photo op. I'd like to ask our partners to get very close with the winner right here. I think the photographers are trying to call everyone to the front for that big photo moment. First with the winner. Oh, please. Congratulations. It's the first ever DFCU Investment Club Battle for Cash, and those are your winners. Congratulations, invest that money in your big idea. And to all the other winners tonight, congratulations as well. Thank you so much to our partners. As I let our partners... All right, just to give you a recap, tonight's big winner for 25 million shillings is going to be Outspan Organic Farmers. Our first runner-up for 15 million shillings is Peak Investment Club. We had in fourth position at 5 million shillings, Sichoamu Development Cooperative. And we also had in fifth position for, again, 5 million shillings, Super Saving Group. Our special categories had the best women's group, taking 7.5 million shillings. That is Soroti Women Cooperative Union. Congratulations, the ambassadors talked a lot about women. So yes, invest the money wisely. Best youth group with 7.5 million shillings, Surveyors Investment Club. Round of applause for our winners, ladies and gentlemen. Congratulations, well done, it was worth it. I think right before I wind up this part of the evening, it would be very unfair of me to not give Genebe Outspan a chance to say a few words, right? So can you mask the excitement and just say a word or two?
Okay, hold this, Chairman. Wow, this is too much for me, but I've handled it already. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, DFCU. Thank you, NTV. Thank you, PWC. Thank you, the voters countrywide. Thank you, the judges. I know you had a tough choice to come up with the winner, but I know you looked at the ideas that we pitched, all individual investment groups. They were good. Their ideas were good. They were practical. But thank you for choosing Genebel, because you saw that that is the idea that is more practical and can push our country forward, because Uganda is agriculture and we are into agriculture. And not just doing agriculture as a business, but we start with the farmer who grows the simsim, then market the simsim from the farmers, not locally only, but outside. So thank you very much. Thank you, everyone. We are really humbled to be winners of the first Battle for Cash competition. Genebel, people from Amolata, thank you very much. In the north, I'll start with my people, of course, in Amolata. And all the people in the country, thank you for participating in this Battle for Cash competition. We are really humbled as Genebel to take 25 million back home. We are going to do the best to produce, multiply the 25 million so that next time NTV or DFCU passes around, we are maybe in 200 millions out of the 25. Thank you very much.
Congratulations once again, the winners. You can exit the stage, call family, call friends, call your investment club members and tell them about the good news. The rest of us, ladies and gentlemen, as you heard, Season 2 is coming, so prepare, of course, to have your investment club part of it. All right. Dinner will be served. Our band, of course, Jemima and the band will be back to serenade us. You can network. This is the time to walk around, say hello to friends and loved ones. It is still, of course, the Battle for Cash grand finale.
That's too bad. In my dreams, I have a plan. If I got me It's a rich man's world. A man like that is hard to find, but I can't get him off my mind. Ain't it sad? And if he happens to be free, I bet he wouldn't fancy me. That's too bad. So I must leave.
For not giving me love, now you done catch my shot, oh. Hey, for your sake I gon' go judge you. We go drive around before my Porsche. Baby, pana, you say you like to holler, I got to holler. Baby, pana, anywhere that you go, I go follow you, they go. Baby, pana, you say you like Gaza, I got your big Gaza. Baby, pana, girl, my love for you will never die, will never die. If I oh baby, baby, you're too sweet, my baby dancing to Namadan. Make I take it to Wagaladan. If I oh baby, baby, you're too sweet, my baby dancing to Namadan. Make I take it to Wagaladan. The love is a beautiful thing, it a cool my temper. Love is a wonderful tender feeling, it'll give me ginger. So baby, dance. The beauty in your eyes, you give me life, oh. Make we give dance and praise to Jah. For your sake, for your take of love, oh. And dim daba, my baby, dim daba. Now for your sake, I go give you show. I go give you love like you've never seen before. For like you give me love, hey. Then you they got my shot, oh. For your sake, I go judge you. Hey, yeah. We gon' drive around before my Porsche. Baby, pana, you say you like to holler, I got to holler. Baby, pana, anywhere that you go, I can follow you, they go. Baby, pana, you say you like to because baby, pana, girl, my love for you will never die, will never die. Oh baby, baby, you're too sweet, my baby dancing to Namadan. Make I take it to Magalada. Oh baby, baby, you're too sweet, my baby dancing to Namadan. Make I take it to